let's get this going real quick today. So for this next week of videos, last week there was a bunch of rain going on, so I wasn't able to do a whole bunch of stuff. I just actually uploaded a driving tour over Custer Road. I think I only have like 2 more roads or 3 more roads left in that series. So after that, I think the next city I'm going to do is either Plano or Salina. I might not do Salina just because there's still, or Allen. I think Allen was the next one actually people were trying to do. But it'll be one of those will be the next driving tour. I think I still have like 2 or 3 more roads left for Plano. It's just Plano is so freaking big. I saw when I started that series for driving every street of Plano, and I think the first video I came out with was Legacy Drive, and that was in August. So I didn't think that it was going to take us this long to finish that, but we're almost there. I think, and now that I'm thinking about it, I think Allen will be the next city that we do. But yeah, I wasn't able to get a whole bunch of videos. I did upload the Cambridge Estate one. I did a home tour over that American Legend. Those were uploaded last week. And then I think this next week, I'm going to be doing Highland homes, Tradition homes, and maybe Coventry homes over in Mustang Lakes. And then I saw people from last week, Somerset Park and Silverleaf Estates, which those are Frisco, and I believe that other one is in the Rockwall area. So I'll be getting to those as well sometime over the next week. So be looking out for those. If you guys have any questions about some new construction, other new neighborhoods, older neighborhoods, other areas, and you're coming back to this live stream after it's already been posted, please just leave a comment on this video, and then I will talk about it on the next live stream, which will be next week on the 21st. So, and then probably like around May 8th, I'm going to start doing, once we get into May, I think I'm going to start doing live streams on Wednesdays and no longer on Sundays. So that's going to change, but I'll keep you guys updated with that. But I think Wednesdays are the days that I'm going to start doing it in the later afternoon instead of early on Sundays around 11 or 12 that I've been doing for the past, however long. Leave a comment over a builder, address, neighborhood you would like me to review. Okay. Oh, we already got a comment in here. Awesome. Okay. Before I could even leave the chat to pin this message, someone has already left a thing. Okay, let's see this. Said, hey, can you let me know what you think of 8? All right, let's just look this up. Let's see. 1842. Cress? Is this a quick move-in home, or is this a... Oh, did you mean Circle or Cress? Is it this one? No, this is not it. Here, let me go to my just normal. Oh, it's Windridge. Is it a Syntex home or a KB home? Let me type it on here. Okay, it's a KB home. All right, let me just type it on here just to pull it up for everyone. Here we go, it's pulled up on Zillow. Is this the one that's showing pending? Yes. Are you buying it? Are you the one that's under pending? Or are you just trying to get more information about it? Oh, I took a look 2 weeks ago, thought it was still available. It is unfortunately not available anymore, but I will still do the review for you. So let's kind of take a zoom out of this. All right, let's just look at Wind Ridge in general before I actually talk about the that home itself. Let's just give people an idea on where this thing is located. And I'll talk about kind of what my thoughts are with this area that it's in. So, number one, if you are wanting to be like in this north of 380, trying to be as close to Prosper, you are going to find that the cheaper homes are going to be up in this area along. Now, parts of Sandbrook Ranch still get pretty pricey just because that neighborhood is kind of just its own thing. You can't even rent in that neighborhood, and it's got a whole bunch of amenities, so a little bit different. Now, Wind Ridge, Arrowbrook, there's also Silverado by D.R. Horton that's a little bit further across. You're going to find some of the cheapest homes in this north area around that. Now, even cheaper than when you go up north, even along the Preston Road and the Dallas North Tollway, with some of these homes even further north of the downtown Salina area that are kind of competitive with the homes that are like, let's say here over at Spiritus Ranch and Silverado and Arrowbrook and Wind Ridge. And the reason is just because those builders are on the lower end of, like you could say quality, you could say options, very, very basic. So that's why those prices, usually those builders are trying to hit a certain demographic of people, which is basically first time young home buyers, which is kind of ironic because a lot of the young families I'm working with that are out of town and coming in with all their money, they're actually buying Highland homes and American Legend, which is not. Now, I still have some families coming out of town that are buying, Pulte homes or Taylor Morrison homes or KB homes or things like that on the lower end. I mean, at the end of the day, it just depends on your price point, and everyone's willing to spend a different amount of money on their home. But you will notice that this area over here, if you are doing home searches, north of 380, more towards the west side, further out of Prosper, there's going to be a lot cheaper homes in those areas, but that's just kind of the reason there. Now, a KB home, right, going to be super simple. The KB home, I've done I think one tour on a KB home or something. I don't do a lot of them, right? I don't do a lot of Pulte home tours. I don't do a lot of Lennar home tours. I rarely do a KB home tour. I'm usually not doing homes like that because they're very, very, very basic, which is fine. You have plenty of investors will buy homes like these because it's really simple and they're cheap. But let's just go through this real quick. So the front elevation, I mean, this is all a one-story house. That's pretty simple, so I don't think there's going to be much here to talk about. It's probably going to have luxury plain vinyl going through it. Is this a apartment complex behind it going in? Or is that just a big house? Oh, that just might be a bigger house. I don't like the backyard, if that's the neighbor on the backside. And of course they don't get a picture. Of course they shoot the photos not out from the porch. They shoot it against the back wall. Like, I want to know what's on the other side of this. Because if you look through these windows, anybody else see this? If you look through the windows, that looks like an apartment. So like, oh yeah, it is, because look over to the right. Those are more oh, I would not. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, Anurag, hopefully I'm saying your name right. The main issue with this one was there's an apartment building coming up right behind. Yeah, dude, no, stay away. Stay far, far away. Don't do it. Do not do it. Unless you were going to buy this and then rent it out, okay, fine. Renters probably won't care too much. Unless this was a townhome, but it being its own single, like if you got a townhome and there's an apartment complex coming up behind it, I don't think it's too much of a big deal because most townhomes don't even have a backyard with them. So, right, but something like this you got a big backyard, I would try to go for something else. Everything else is pretty simple within this one, so I'm not going to sit over here and be like, this is simple, you get a small vanity. I mean, this home is priced at $365,000, which, still a lot of money at the end of the day, I think, for people. Majority of the people I'm working with are in the $500 to $650 range, so this is on the lower side, but usually on this lower side is going out towards that Arrowbrook, Silverado, those areas there. But if it's got something where I just don't like that. I don't like when the apartment complexes are getting built up right behind. And this is why it's also important with the new construction stuff. You have to keep in mind, and this is why I tell families too that I'm working with, like we might go find a lot and it might be on like the perimeter of the neighborhood, and there's like a field right behind it, and it's great. You got a field, no one's behind you, but then I will look to see who owns that land, and then seeing who owns that land, I probably can get a pretty good idea on if it's a developer or if it's just a random Joe who's owned the piece of land for a long time, right? So you got to keep in mind with those things. New construction is great because you can buy new construction, more of the community gets built out, you can build in some equity within the home, but you know, in 2 years from that point of you moving in, if they start building apartment complexes, well, there goes your equity, or there goes the chances of you being able to, you know, get the most out of that home. Because I've had plenty of times where I've even walked in with investors too, and they haven't wanted to buy a house with the apartment complex on the backside of it. Or I actually had walked in with one investor over in Creeks of Legacy, and Creeks of Legacy, this is where the mosaic is. So if we go here, there's another neighborhood right in here. Yeah, Creeks of Legacy, KB Homes was building in here. So these people that built over in this section, actually more specifically along Canadian River, those people had been in the house for a pretty long time, and then all of a sudden they started putting apartment complexes up behind it, and these people were not happy at all. This developer in here, I went and toured some of these homes that were along Highland Bayou, and we walked in and we were looking at the field. It was a nice grass field that where you could see through the wrought iron fence, which was fine, but then I looked at who owned this land, and it was the same person that owned this land too. So my guess that this could turn into something commercial, which I'm going to guess there's going to be some shops out here with something, but I would also imagine that there's going to be some apartment complexes, so sometimes you don't want to take the gamble. There's also going to be some more commercial stuff along Frontier Parkway, and then a little bit further, this is where the mosaic is, right? And then it's going to be built out all along here, and they got the new future Prosper Elementary School going on right there too. So you just kind of got to be careful of those things. All right, anyone else got questions? We've got 3 people watching right now, so I know I started this live stream a little bit earlier than my previous ones, but I got to go check on some builds later on this afternoon, right after this. So I don't want to be here too late, and then get started with my day later, going up to Salina. Okay, let's go through some. I don't think I even really got a lot of comments through the week about things. Let's see. Let me just go through my recent comments. Journey Z with LZ left a video, or actually left a comment 49 minutes ago. I just uploaded a Custer Road driving tour, so you guys can check out that over in Plano. They say, great videos always, only person doing these kind of videos. Well, hopefully it stays that way. I think there's some other people that kind of do videos like I do the videos, or I do the videos like other people do the videos. I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of real estate agents do driving tours. I see some do neighborhood tours here and there, but really a lot of agents around this area just do the model home tours, which it's great. Model homes are awesome, so cool, but trying to give people an actual perspective on what things are like outside the neighborhood and stuff. So good to see that you guys enjoy that. Ben Henley 2083 3 hours ago says, these homes are going to be a gold mine if you get in before the Dallas North Tollway expansion. He was talking about North Sky up in Salina. So yeah, I do think right now if you're trying to buy a 65-foot lot and you're okay with being in Salina, I think an American Legend home up in that area on a 65-foot lot. Now the only thing is up in that area, it's just going to be kind of annoying because right now getting into the neighborhood. Now once they build out more of the roads and Dallas Parkway goes up, there'll be a back entrance to this way, but right now this is where it's getting built. Right here is where North Sky is. There is a train track that actually goes through here. So you go up Preston Road, you turn left on 289, it take you down this way, and then you'd be into the neighborhood. Now at some point there's going to be access from over here, because this is where the Dallas North Tollway is going up. So there's going to be an access point from, you know, where this Farm Road 455 meets. You have Dallas Parkway here. So at some point this is actually going to be the way in, and you could even take this way in. It's just most people are probably going to take Preston Road down because it's a little bit nicer built out rather than all the way up here on the Dallas Parkway. It's still a one-lane road and everything, up there. Let's see. Cambridge Estates video, someone said nice homes. Brandon said that. Shout out to Brandon6541. And then Sir Domino 1000 says too expensive on those. So I guess it's all relative. Like for me personally, I would never spend $1 million on a First Texas home. But then again, if you're someone who wants a really big home, really big size lot, you have kids and want them to be in Prosper ISD, you also don't want to be too far from Frisco, or you're still having to commute down into Dallas or Plano, those areas. I mean, that neighborhood is set up pretty good, and it's probably the cheapest one where you can get the biggest lot, if that kind of makes sense. Let's see, I'm from California. This is such a helpful tour. Thank you. It's from Tiffany. So thank you, Tiffany, for leaving a comment. Colo 6431 says, any developments around Eastridge, McKinney? Right now, around Eastridge, McKinney, let me show you guys where that is. Because this is another price point that's kind of around that 400 range for people. Let's see. Okay. So right now, the only thing, I think there was another neighborhood going in here. I think that was a Castle Rock community was getting built in there, but another community there. Southridge is down here, and then you have to drive down further, down to 380 to kind of get around the commercial stuff. I'm sure there'll be things coming later on in the future, of course, but a lot of this is still a bunch of farmland out there, so until some of these things get sold off and whatnot, I think there's still going to be what's this neighborhood? Yeah, I think there's still going to be a lot of field around there. I don't think there's going to be a lot of things built out. Okay. So much for the informative video. Okay, I think that's kind of it for the people that left comments. Now, I wanted to go in and I wanted to talk about, let me just see some recent, let's see, I'm just looking at some recent emails that I've gotten, see if okay, so they just opened, it looks like the model home for the 50-foot lots at the Mosaic just opened. So let's kind of review 50-foot lots, Mosaic, Highland Homes. And we'll look through this. Now, I've already, I know I did Perry Homes one time, but let's do Mosaic. There we go. Alright, so they've got 10 quick move-ins right now, 50-foot lots at $900,000. See, here's the thing. This one at 3,457 square feet at $900,000. If you just went over to like the parks at Wilson Creek, you could do a tradition home a little bit less than that on a 60-foot lot with 130 depth, have a cheaper tax rate, have a cheaper PID, have just about the same HOA. Now you are zoned for Salina ISD. They are going to have a new elementary school getting built later on in the future. You're also going to get a huge park system. But see, I'd rather take that house with a bigger lot, about the same square footage. You might get a little bit more baths within it. Kind of comparing with some other things, I think that's a better option than this, but then again, people still want to be into Prosper ISD really bad. Alright, so they do have some prices on here. Let's just look at this plat map first, see which ones are good. Okay, so right off the bat, I don't like these lots on the north side just because they're right by the townhomes. Now, I think if you're looking for townhomes in this neighborhood, I think it's great because you're going to have single family homes all around you, which is awesome, but I wouldn't want to be one of the single family homes that's next to the townhomes. I'd rather be more on the south side of the neighborhood. I also like these homes. You probably also will get a cheaper, well, it just depends. I was going to say, you might get a cheaper lot on the homes that are facing out towards the west, but then again, they have no neighbor on the backside. And if it's a wrought iron fence, this is Frontier Parkway, so maybe I don't even like those because you're backed up right to that road. I do like these quick move-ins here that are along linear. I was about to say Lennar, along Linear, but if you are trying to go for like the 2-story home with a bunch of light on the inside of the home, these ones are facing south, so that's probably going to limit you. This one on Wild Tulip, this available home site, this one's a pretty good one. Now this one looks like a bit of an oversized lot, so you're probably going to be paying a premium on that, which probably makes sense why that one's still available. You have these two that are coming soon. I like this section as well. I think these are fine. You would have the sun coming up in the mornings on these homes here at 3704 and 3705, which might be pretty good. This one, 3704, this corner lot here, this quick move-in, which is going to be the 566E plan. Let's see what this looks like. This one's probably going to get a lot of natural light through it because it's a corner lot and it's facing north. So they did the extended primary suite with the beams, outdoor living. I'm not the biggest fan of the outdoor living when it's set up like this, but then again, it's a 50-foot lot and this is pretty standard. They usually have them on the corner of the house. Sometimes I see a 50-foot lot where it's in the middle. I like it better like that, where the walls are kind of on both sides of you because your neighbors are already so close to you that it's kind of one of those things where if you can find the privacy, I do like that. This one's interesting. Is this a 50-foot lot? Yeah, this is a 50-foot lot. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is interesting, okay? This is interesting. I'm gonna say it one more time. This is interesting. The doorway is, do you see this walkway? Walkway, 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 and then you go up and then you turn right. So you don't even see your front door. You don't even see the front door of this house from the street. All you're gonna see is this bedroom 2. I don't know if I like this. I think this is the first time I'm coming across this floor plan. Interesting. This is at 947. My God. Someone's buying it. I don't know. Someone's gonna buy it, but God. All right. What don't I like about this? I like the size of the primary suite. I do like how the powder bathroom is pretty close to the outdoor living, where if you need to use the restroom, you can just run into, like, that's pretty nice. That's convenient. Dining and family room. See, but they have the kitchen in the middle of the house, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I like when the kitchens are off to the side with like the windows, you can look outside, or there's more light coming in. The kitchen's gonna feel a lot darker, but then again, your family room and your dining room are probably gonna feel a lot more, have a lot more natural light coming into them. I just don't like when the kitchens are hidden away, kind of in the middle of the house. Because the other thing too is when your kitchen is in the middle of the house, all the piping, all the vents, all those things just become longer, right? Instead of it being kind of closer to the exterior wall, all those other plumbing, piping systems that go into the kitchen are just gonna be further out. So it's just more things being ran through walls, going through cables, going like, you know, potentially crimping AC vents and things like that. So that's just kind of another thing to kind of think about. Okay. Third car garage tandem, that's okay. It does seem like a decent sized walk-in closet for this 50-foot lot. Vanities are split, not too bad. I don't like this entryway. I'm just not a big fan of that entry. What's the second floor look like? Let's go up a floor. Alright, so you get all this open to below. So that's what I'm saying. If you do a corner lot with this one, that's probably going to get a lot of natural light. I just don't know if someone's going to be wanting to pay almost $1 million for a... But people do it. It's a thing. I'm working with families that are doing it, so all the power to them. And then I have people that ask me what do the families do that I work with. And I will say most of the not every person, but I will say a lot of people that I work with work for some of the major companies around the Plano area. You probably could just name a company around that headquarters, whether it be Toyota, Liberty Mutual, Pepsi, Taco Bell, Intuit. I've met a lot of people that are working also in the Plano area that are buying up there. Accountants, lawyers, what else? Business owners. When I say business owners, I mean they may own like a roofing company, or they may own like a trade. Who else? I know there's some other ones. I don't really ask the families I work with what they do for a living. It just sometimes they just tell me. I'm usually not like, hey, what do you do for a living? I usually just wait for them to tell me. Some doctors that work for Baylor Scott and White. And what else? I'm trying to think about what else. But yeah, kind of a range. All right, we got 5 people. We got 5 or 7 people watching right now. You guys have any questions about any other? Anything? No one? All right, we're just gonna review these floor plans. But media room, game room, bedroom with bathroom, bedroom, lifestyle room. That's interesting. Okay. I don't mind this upstairs though. This is a good layout for the upstairs. Media room's in the back. Game room. See, I'm always curious about the media room being right above the primary bedroom. Just because of noise and everything. Like if you got kids and they're up in the media room watching movies, and then they're right above your primary bedroom, it seems like that's going to be noisy at times. I don't know, just something to think about. All right, let's go back to their 50-foot lots. Let's look through here. Okay. So they have, what, 3, 6, 9, 10 floor plans? All right, let's go through these. So the 505. This one is 505, 703K. All right, let's. All right, you guys cool with this? You guys cool with me? No one's saying anything, so I guess you guys are just watching. Y'all cool with me doing 50-foot lots for Mosaic? I get a lot of people that ask me questions about this neighborhood and this builder, so why not? All right, so this is one story, and I would say that we're off to a good start here. Besides the kitchen, once again, being in the center, I like everything else. Study in the front, 3-car tandem garage, utility closet. I don't like how the utility closet is so far away from the primary suite. I would say so. Probably the things I don't like here is kitchen in middle, and the utility closet more at the front of the house. And then the outdoor living looks like it is not really a huge space, so I don't like how that is really. But then again, this is a 1-story 50-foot lot, so this is pretty basic. But I would say that this is kind of on the. I mean, the walk-in closet looks decent. Family room. You do more build-outs along this wall. Okay, interesting. Actually, let's do this. All right, let's open this one. So this is the 564 plan. And this is, oh goodness, this is $50,000 more. All right, so let's see if we can find $47,000 worth of value between these. Oh, you could do 2-story. Okay, so you could do 2-story on this one, so that's probably why it gets a little bit more expensive there. So let's just see here. Kitchen. Still no one leaving any comments right now, so I'm just waiting on you guys to leave a question about something. But either way, we'll just keep reviewing this. Okay. Study in the front. Looks like the study is going to come with like some optional beams on there, which that's kind of cool. Family room, kitchen. This bedroom. What's this bathroom look like? Bathrooms in the back. Well, I think depending, it might be kind of nice having the bathtub up against that window with the natural light, depending on which way the house is facing. This one seems, bathtub is kind of more in the middle, which isn't a big deal. That's kind of normal. Looks like you get a little bit bigger of a vanity within this one. Kitchen space, get a bigger island. Looks like you get more cabinets. About the same size family room. Study still in the front. bathrooms are shared between 3 and 4. The second bathroom gets its own space. 1 powder bathroom. Utility closet. See, why not connect? See, if you could, maybe you can. You might be able to, I don't know, it's probably like, I think it's like, you know, if you're wanting to add a door onto things, it's usually around, well, let me see. Let's see here, one sec. Yeah, it's like, let's say that you had a good example of this. Let's say there's two garages. One is a 2-car garage. The other one's like a 1-car garage. It's over to the side, and it doesn't have any entry into the house. Let's say that you're wanting to make an entry into that room or hallway or whatever that is, so you don't have to like get out of your car and walk through the front door, right? You can just easily go into your house. That's usually going to be around like $2,000. Could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more, but the reason is because not only do they have to, build the house a little bit differently, put a header there, put the right support, but they also have to then get an architect and engineer to re-engineer that area, so there's also fees that come with that. So you're not just paying for the labor. Okay, and this is when you're trying to do like one-off custom things. This isn't like changing like a bedroom to a study or a study to a bedroom with a bathroom, because usually they already have those plans and those options, right? They're already giving you those things, but they don't have options on here where you could just blow out this wall and make it a walkway in there. Now, they have the washer and dryer set up against this wall, so you probably couldn't do it in there, but let's just say you wanted to add a door for some reason into this hallway from the 3-car garage, which I don't think you'd really do because you have this door going into this hallway closet, but usually it costs around like $2,000, and that's just a basic door. So windows are a little bit less, and then sometimes it's a little bit more for some other custom things if you're trying to extend. Maybe you're trying to extend this bathroom more into the garage. That could be more. It could be a price per square foot on some things. A little bit more. But I'm not. How much more square feet do you get between the two? Yeah, I would rather have this one, the 505 plan. If we're doing 1 stories, I'm going with the 505 plan because it's saving me 47 grand. I don't know. Okay, so this one is a full 2-story. Now this one's 500 more square feet. The funny thing is this one at 703 is about the same square footage as this one starting at 750. It's a $47,000 difference, but yet this one is a $40,000 difference, and it's 500 more square feet. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me that this 505 plan to this 564 plan is just so drastically different. But then again, I'm not corporate. I'm not Highland Homes corporate over here, so I don't know. It could be what it might be is that there might be a lot of demand for this 564 plan, and so they just raise the price just specifically on this plan. Sometimes I see that within the neighborhoods where they'll have like a very, very popular plan, and then they'll go into that popular plan and they will increase the price dramatically compared to some of these other ones. So that might be the case. It might be the case that this 564 plan is the 1 story that everyone's going with, but at this point, that $47,000 difference, after your upgrades and everything on this, you could be looking at over $800,000 for a 1 story, which is crazy. I think you could still buy a 1 story over in American Legend 55-foot lots for a little bit better of a price, and you're in a better area too. Better area as in closer to Frisco, not better area as in like more safe or something like that. Like they're all gonna be safe. Okay, this is the 506 plan. Okay, this is 282 square feet. This one's starting at 790. Okay, let's look at this 2-story plan. Primary suite. Vanity that's super small. You get a better, I'd rather take this one and just turn it into a 2-story because it looks like you get that 2nd floor option. So you get that as the 2nd, yeah, I'd take this one because you'd get a bigger bathroom. This bathroom sucks. I do like this kitchen space. This is nice kitchen space here. Outdoor living is a little bit extended, a a little bit bigger. I don't like where the study is in the middle of the house. Not a fan of that. Let's see. Okay, this is a second floor option too. But see, you don't even get down to open to. Yeah, I'd go with. Okay, so out of those. So between this one at 790 and the 564, I'd take the 564 plan because you get a bigger. You're gonna get a bigger bathroom in there too. Okay, let's look at the 511. The 511 plan is 806. And this one is a difference. This one's 3,000 square feet. The other one's 282, so a little over, around 200 square feet. Hey, Isaac, what's going on? Good morning / afternoon. We're still in the morning. We're 6 minutes. We're 6 minutes away. Okay, let's look at this one at $806,000. And keep this in mind, guys. We're looking at these base prices. Now, these base prices, right? You might have for a 50-foot lot, you might have a lot premium. Like, let's just say it's on the simple size. It might be $0 if it's a south-facing lot and it's an interior lot. But if it's a north-facing, even if it's a corner lot, you could be looking anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000, maybe even $60,000. What's going on, UC? All right, so we're looking at the 511 plan. So let's see this one. Primary suite. Vanities are split. See, I'd rather have. Okay, so you see this one. You see, like, it looks like the vanity space on both of these is about the same vanity space that's on this one, but I like this vanity space because it's split. So I like that a lot better. Closet looks like a decent size. Study, I wish they would. I'd like to change this study to be at the front of the house, but it's at the side of the house. For me, I just like the study being at the front of the house because if you're working at the house all day, like, it's nice to like look out in the front yard and see what's going on and kind of see things happening. When you're just stuck in the middle of the home, you're gonna have this window, but there's gonna be a lot less light coming in through the study, and you're probably just gonna be looking at a brick wall all day. Dining room over to the side, family room. Oh, I like this outdoor living space. So this is nice. This is what I like. You got a wall on one side, you got a wall on another. Yeah, I like this one. Open to below. Okay, this is a good one. The only thing I don't like is where this utility closet is, but that's okay. At least the stairway isn't like eating into your master closet. I go through some of these, the primary closet, I go through some of these homes, and the staircases that are curved, they actually eat into the space within the primary closet, and then the primary closet feels a lot smaller. So I'd rather it eat into the space within the utility closet rather than the space within the primary closet, but I think that's pretty good. This is a pretty good one. Alright, so far, what plan was this? The 511. The 511 plan. I'm liking that one. And that one's at 806. Alright, let's see if we can find another one, because I like it better when we can find a good one that's on the cheaper side. That's always a win. Okay. Oh, Journey Z, you left a comment earlier. Shout out to you. I gave you a shout out earlier. Did you just join the live stream? Or have you been watching the whole time? Glad to have you. What do you say? Cool video idea. What's it like living in blank area? Start from a home, drive to local spots, grocery, schools, entertainment, in Dallas for a first-hand look at life there. Just a thought. So, as in, you want me to drive you want me to go to like a place in Salina and then drive all the way down? I don't know if I can do that. I like the idea of start at a home, maybe do a tour of the home, maybe talk about some of the homes that are selling in that neighborhood, some of the pending, some of the recent sales, some of the actives, just to give you what's the market within that area. Then driving maybe to the outside of the neighborhood, showing you the kind of the commercial things, right? The donut shops, the Starbucks, the whatever, driving around there. And then maybe going to the school after that, and then maybe ending with entertainment. It's not a bad idea. What's it like living in... But see, I could even take it a step further. We could do what's it like living in Mustang Lakes, right? We don't have, because I think the other thing too is I think if I do videos where it's like what's it like living in Prosper, that's so broad, right? It maybe doesn't hit a specific person. Maybe it hits the people that are looking in Prosper, but I think if I can get a little bit more granular with it and be like, what's it like living in Mustang Lakes, right? And I take you maybe to one house or drive around the houses, go by the amenity center, get to the closest like grocery store or commercial developments, and then drive to like the nearest entertainment area. I think that would be a good thought or a good video. So that is a good comment on there. I'm gonna write that down because I still have a few other videos. Like I said at the beginning, I'm still gonna do Somerset Park. I'm gonna do Silverleaf Estates. I just did a whole bunch of research last week for all the new construction that's going on in Mustang Lakes, because now, if you guys go in to my older videos, I think people can kind of see like, I mean, I look at my older videos and I just sometimes think like, oh god, this is so cringe. But you have to start somewhere, right? Like for me, when I was starting my YouTube channel, I was like, I just gotta make it. I just gotta make a video. I gotta put it out there, and then hopefully my audience will tell me like what they like, what they don't like. I'll get better at editing. I'll try to figure out the flow of these videos. And I think now, you know, I'm going into my 3rd year on YouTube. I think now I'm starting to get into like this sweet spot over like I've kind of built an audience and they're looking for a specific type of thing, and like how I make my videos, and I'm getting good comments about stuff. I mean, I have great phone calls with people, like even people giving me calls and they may be already working with a real estate agent. You know, they come in and they give me great critiques and great reviews, and just are pretty pleased with my videos. So that's really nice. I do appreciate that. Now let me write this down real quick, because this is a good one. Journey. These are good ideas. If you got any more ideas, just float them my way. I'll give you a shout out on my video. Yeah, no, those are great ideas, dude. Okay, so what else we got? Okay, so Yusei says, why are the master closets so small? Do semi-custom builders have the option to expand the closet living room? I know someone who built with Toll Brothers and was able to add more square footage to the living room. Yeah, I mean, all these builders they'll change up to things to some extent. Now, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, you could want to, let's just take this one for example, right? They might, there's also deed restrictions, okay? There's also build lines and things like that. So you might, this works a lot better the bigger lot you're on, the more abilities you have to kind of extend things, because once you start getting on these smaller lots, you have a buildable line where you can't go further out from that line. Now, you might have a big backyard, but there's probably going to be up to a certain point on that survey where you're actually allowed to build from or build to. Right, so there's sometimes you can't do as much. Really, it just comes down, like, let's say for instance you wanted less of this 3-car tandem garage, and you wanted more closet space, and you wanted this to go more in here, and then maybe you wanted to take this doorway and put it on this south. Unfortunately, you guys can't see my arrow where I'm pointing, but I'm pointing at kind of the bottom on the south side of this cabinets and the sink. So maybe you put a door in there, and then you extend this closet out into the 3rd-car garage. They can do that, okay? You're just gonna have to then pay for the actual structure and the wood and the labor and the materials, but then you're also gonna have to pay for the engineering and the new architect fees, and those could be $1,000 to $2,000 just for that. So maybe it is worth it in some scenarios, maybe it's not worth it. But yeah, that's kind of how that goes. So they can do it. I mean, these production builders aren't quite custom builders. However, there are going to be production builders that do give more of a custom product, right? Like a Toll Brothers, like a Highland Homes, American Legend, Tradition Homes, things like that. Now, if you go into a D.R. Horton and you're trying to do this, or a Lennar home, right, they're not going to do that, because most of those builders are just building the homes and then selling them 60 days before closing. So even some of those builders aren't letting you actually pick a lot and build from scratch. And if they are letting you build from scratch, you probably just have like 3 different options you can pick from, and then you're done. But with Highland Home, right, some of these builders, you go to a design center and you're actually like really picking out some things. All right, so I said I like this one. This is the 511, right? Yeah, I like this 511 plan. That one's not bad. All right, this one's only $2,000 more. However, it is less square feet. So right off the bat, I don't like that. I don't like paying for less square footage and it being more expensive than another floor plan when it comes to the base of it. Okay. Does look like you get maybe a little bit bigger of a closet just because they extend this thing right here. I mean, really what I would do is, like if it were me, like on this one, I want to add more closet room. I would just go back in and I'd go to the Container Store, or maybe you go back in and maybe hire someone to go add more off-season racks and more shelves and that type of storage. I think you'd save a little bit more money than fully building this out and changing that. So I would just do more. I would go in and add more built outs and shelves and rods because they keep it pretty standard with the rods and everything on these homes. Okay, so study in the front, I like that. I like that a lot. This one's similar to the last one, although I don't like this living space. Let's see, upstairs. Upstairs isn't too bad. Game room. Looks like you could add the entertainment room. Yeah, but this one's not really speaking to me because look, the vanities are together again. Yeah, I think this 511 plan, how these vanities are split, I like that a lot better. Okay, let's look at the next one. All right, we're looking at the 512 plan now. All right, anyone else have questions about any other areas, neighborhoods? I mean, it looks like today we're just going to be talking about the Mosaic Highland home, so let me know, guys, if you have any addresses or builders that you guys want me to talk about. I really like Highland and Tradition. Do you know of big changes that Highland and Tradition have? Wait, do you know of any big changes that Highland and Tradition have accommodated? Yeah, so I had one family that, let me go to Tradition Homes. Let's do Parks at Wilson Creek. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You just type in Tradition Homes Parks at Wilson Creek, and it's your boy. It's your boy again. And then it's some other real estate agents. Is it just me? Okay. Real quick. Can someone else help me out with this? Is it just me? Or is every real estate, and I know I fall into the category because I'm a real estate agent on YouTube, but is every real estate agent named something like living in Texas, living in North Texas, living in Dallas Fort Worth, what it's like to live in Dallas, Texas living? I don't know. I just noticed these things. Anyone else notice that, or is that just me? Okay. Because I feel like I'm the only one that's just my name. But I mean, I think, I don't know, I have more of a marketing background in my head, and so I'm thinking about the future, and I'm like, I want to have a brand, and so DAPA, I'm trying to build a brand off that. So I want people to kind of remember that and that simple lettering, rather than something that is like similar to everyone else on YouTube, if that makes sense. All right, what I wanted to talk about, because you did bring up a good question, UC, is like, for instance, this 5071 plan is a really popular plan. It's the model home too, a Tradition, but the family that I was working with wanted to do something where, oh my god, I can't zoom in. Okay, so you see this pantry. For this size house, this pantry is a little bit smaller. Now I think you can do like an extended pantry or maybe something. It's a little bit small. What they wanted to do was take some of that pantry and extend this little butler pantry area out into the tandem garage, and they were happy to do that. So they could easily do that. Now I don't think they ended up doing it because I think they got the pricing on everything and it was just going to be too expensive. So I think they went okay. But Tradition Homes was over there and they were like, this is fine. What is plans do not have a formal dining area? Okay, so I really like Highland, but yeah, they'll accommodate some of those things. You know, I guess it just depends at the end of the day what you're kind of going for. Why do these plans not have a formal dining area? Because people are not wanting a formal dining area. Okay, now once you start getting into the 60, 70-foot lots. Okay, more of the 65-plus-foot lots are going to have something where they do have the dining, they have a media room, they have a game room, they probably have a casual. Even some of the 50-foot lots are going to have maybe a casual dining. Maybe the 50-foot lots. You're probably going to more likely have to get into the 55-foot lots, because I know that there's some 55-foot American Legends that come with the formal dining, even come with a casual dining area, but that casual dining area is going to be pretty small, where you're probably not, if you have a pretty good sized family, you're probably going to want more of a formal dining area, but it's really just because of people coming in and not wanting formal dining areas anymore. They're rather turning that into a media room, a study, a second study space, because now you're having, two spouses that are working out of the house, where, you now need 2 study offices instead of a dining room. So that's the other reason there too. Let's get back to this floor plan. All right, so this is the 512. This one's at 826. Okay, so let's go through this one. Outdoor living. Kitchen faces out towards the family dining. See, I don't mind this because you're still kind of up along this exterior wall. Closet space looks good. Study in the front. Okay, outdoor living. See, what I would do on this one is I would change, if only they could change the outdoor living to be in the middle and then putting this other space over on the right side of the dining and then making that dining even bigger. I think it's a waste of space just having a hallway into the primary from the outdoor living, but maybe you can do like an extended, no. Yeah, see, I would rather do something where, I think it's a waste of space just in having this hallway. I'd rather have more of a extended dining. That would make more sense to me. Okay, open to below, game room, entertainment area, or the media room. This one isn't bad. Okay, I like the 526. The 526 isn't bad, but I still think I like that 511 plan more, which is this one. I think the 511 plan is my favorite so far. Now let's look at the 513. This one's at 827, so only $1,000 more than that 512 plan. Let's see this one. Outdoor living's pretty long. Family room, kitchen, bedroom, study in the front, entertainment's in the middle of the room. I like that. Closet space is bigger. Vanities are together. I don't think that's a huge deal, but I wish they were split, but that's okay. What else here? Floor up, bedroom, lifestyle room, 3-bedroom, game room. You get a little bit of a curved staircase. Open down to the family room. Okay, this one isn't bad too, but I still think I'm going to put this one right behind the 511 plan. You do get, how much more square feet do you get? You do get 400 more square feet. For $27K, or for $20,000 more, you get 400 more square feet. Options. I don't mind that one. I really don't mind that one. See, I just like the outdoor living a lot better on that 511 plan. Alright, anyone else leave comments? No. Okay, no more questions right now. Alright, what's this one? Hold on. Okay, let's look at the 566. Alright, so this is 859. This is 3169 square feet. So, bedroom is going to be built out a little bit better. I like this bathroom. Oh, did we already look at this one, right? Closet was fine. Bathroom seems a little bit, yeah, we already looked at this one. I just didn't like this front. All right, we already reviewed this one. Yeah, 859, that's a lot. Now let's look at this. Okay. So this one's priced at $859. This is the 568 plan. So a little bit similar to that last one, but I think you're going to get a little bit more of a grand fill within this home because you're going to have more beams. through the primary, through the family, through the study. It's just going to feel a little bit more custom. I don't like where the kitchen is set up right in the middle. But then again, I just like where the kitchens are set up, where you can kind of see into the dining, you can see into the family, and then you can see out to the backyard. Don't like when they're in the middle of the house like that. Yeah, so I don't like this one that much. That was the right. That was the 568, right? No, yeah, it was 568. Okay, let's see the most expensive plan. This is the 569. All right, let's see, 862. Oh yeah, this is gonna have all the good stuff. Yep. Yep. This one's pretty good. Vanities are split. Walk-in closet's huge. But this might start getting out of people's budget. Study at the front of the house. Good open entryway. Media room at the front of the house. This one's pretty good. Open to below. Game room. Bedroom. Let's see, maybe you do the media room upstairs. And then... No, you'd have 2 media rooms. Well, I would never do 2 media rooms. That's kind of stupid. I mean, it'd make more sense to me to do the media room upstairs and then on your first floor, turn this media room maybe into a second study. But I think the media room on the first floor is fine. I like where it's set up at the front of the house away from the primary suite. Interesting. Okay, so I think after it's all said and done, I think this 511 plan is the best one for me. I also like how this elevation comes with a little bit of a front porch to it. Even though the study's not at the front, I think everything else for the price of this home, where it's at, everything else, the outdoor living, the vanities, primary bedroom. This bedroom also looks like it gets a little bit bigger of a closet, this bedroom too here, which is nice. Because sometimes these secondary bedrooms that are also like, could be like secondary primary suites basically, they're coming up with their own bathroom. This one has a nice walk-in closet. Sometimes I walk into these. I mean, Tradition Homes I think does the best with all their closets. Even the primary closet space on what's standard and the amount of closet rods, build outs, like all those things. And it also flows right into the utility closet. I think that's all pretty nice. I don't see that with all the builders, but Tradition seems to be like the one that, I don't know, kind of sometimes seems like they use their brain. Sometimes the other builders just have things a little bit outdated. Or at least outdated for what people are like coming in and wanting. Alright, looks like we have like 40 people that have joined throughout this whole session, which is like great. Shout out to you guys. But like I said, May 8th. Hold on. Let me look at my calendar. Yes, I think May 8th is when I'm going to start doing live streams on Wednesdays. And then from then on, I think no more Sunday live streams. Because Sundays are starting to get a little bit difficult for me for going and checking on builds, open houses. Now we're starting to get into the busy season of people coming in. I got a lot of families coming in April or end of this month to look at stuff. Okay, anyone else have questions? Because I think this is where we're going to end. We hit an hour, so that was a pretty easy day of, pretty easy live stream for today. So shout out to everyone that joined. Come back next Sunday for the rest of the April. Be doing live streams on Sunday. Then once we start getting into May, we'll start doing them on Wednesday, but I'll keep you guys updated with that through the videos. This next week, I'm going to have some Mustang Lake videos coming out. I'm going to try to do Somerset Park or Silverleaf Estates. And then Journey Z left a good comment as well. I might do some videos like that too, like what's it like to live in a certain area. Alright, that is going to do it for today. So I will see you guys next Sunday, hopefully. My schedule looks okay to come here around 11 or 12 Central Time next weekend. So I'll see you guys later.